All right, we are live. Good evening. And
Periodize it.
Good morning.
yeah, morning.
Morning,
Another
morning.
episode, and I mean, we wrapping up Sandwich Month in this episode. And as you know, well, Quincy and Ronaldo back with me,
Greeting.
and we did Bacon Shack. We did doubles. We did the best homemade sandwich. We did the best sandwich you could buy. And today we're going across the board. We're crossing borders, crossing boundaries.
No corona
We're gonna,
lockdown tonight.
no corona lockdown. We're breaking all the rules and we're gonna
Wait,
establish what is your favorite sandwich of all
We
time.
we should already know. We should already.
Yeah. Michelle, wait. Hold on.
Wait.
So we're discussing
the
what
answer.
is the best sandwich of all time.
Mm.
Well, your favorite, not the best, but your favorite. You know, we're discussing
The
personal
best to you.
favorites.
The best to
The
you.
best to you, the best to you, the best in your estimation. So,
As a tactic
um,
thing.
yeah, tonight we have with us Stephen, and Stephen, if you would please introduce yourself to everyone.
Hi, Stephen Addy Jr. Bread enthusiast, sandwich lover. It's in my Tinder bio, so you know it's true. And
Must be.
Has to be. Yeah.
I kind of have an eclectic taste, and I look forward to sharing. My favorite sandwich ever is a pretty normal one, but
Don't tell us yet.
I'm not going into that. I'm not going into
Yeah,
that. I'm not going into that. But
Yeah.
I'm excited to share some of my eclectic sandwich choices that I think that you all have seen on Instagram a couple once or twice.
Yes, nice. So yeah, we can't wait for you to share that because we know you're gonna rustle some jimmies with that one.
Yeah.
We also have with us tonight Crystal, aka Burger Babe. Crystal, could you introduce yourself, please?
Well, I think you already did the introduction.
No, we need something longer than that. We need something.
Hi. So, my name is Crystal John, and I am the owner of the brand Burger Babe Limited. And Burger Babe, basically, it's a brand of burgers. It's a line of gourmet burgers that are has no preservatives. It's fully handcrafted and just yummy. Burger Babe, we play with our burgers. So any sort of burgers, actually, the newest one we're trying, it's a watermelon burger.
Interesting.
All right. Well, we need to get into some more of that later on, but we're sticking up in there. All right, cool.
Anybody? I'm not sure what Crystal's favorite sandwich gonna be.
And joining us again, Zach has been here before, but he's here again. Zach, would you introduce yourself to the panel, please?
Yeah, so guys, I'm Zach. Foodie Tales with Zach on Instagram and Facebook and etc. Just your average everyday food blogger, going about the country and eating food and posting nice pictures about it.
Nice.
And doing some videos too along the way. But that's pretty much it. I just here for the lime.
Good. We like
And I'm here to learn because I see we have some Lynette people in here, so I'm here to learn tonight.
Well, we will see how educational this episode is. I think it will be more controversial, but hopefully, we will learn a thing or two.
All lies education.
True. So, jumping right into it, and we like to set the framework for the discussion, right? Crystal, starting with you, throwing this question out to you.
Sure.
Generally, right? What's your take on sandwiches? Like how you feel about sandwiches in general as a food group?
So, I grew up on sandwiches. And growing up, that's all your parents gave you morning, noon, and night. It's sandwiches. It's the easiest thing to pack in your lunch kit. So my love for sandwiches and every type of sandwiches, it is, I can't even start to express it. So sandwiches actually, for me, it's at the top of my food list. right? I can eat a sandwich every day. It's the easiest thing to put together for breakfast, lunch, dinner, brunch. It's one of the easiest things, and I think almost everybody enjoys a good simple sandwich.
Nice. Indeed. Indeed. Stephen.
Man, I similar. I grew up on sandwiches. My grandmother baked quite a bit growing up. So it was always, sandwich, fresh bread and pies and all that whole breaded food group and everything that surrounds it. And it was always stuffed with something. The bread was obviously just bread, but the pies are stuffed with this, that, and so my love for bread kind of started off as sandwiches, but became a lot other things as I like, the bread pies, the bread meat pies and stuff like that. Balanced. It's a balanced meal. I mean, a sandwich can be a simple sandwich. It can be an incredibly complex sandwich. But I think no matter what sandwich you look at, you can find balance in that sandwich, no matter what is in it. Whether it's just a slice of ham and you have ham between a piece of bread, I can find balance there. And if you have a sandwich with all the ingredients, you can probably balance there with all the flavors and textures and whatnot. So I think sandwiches are just amazing. Bread is life. So.
Indeed, bread is life. Bread is life. Zach, I know you're no stranger to sandwiches.
Yeah.
You have an intimate relationship with sandwiches.
I just posted a sandwich like about 10 minutes ago. Just right before this live, I just posted a sandwich I had from Trinidad.
That's what we're talking about.
Sandwiches, if I tell you, for the entire of my high school, the only thing I took to school was sandwiches.
Right.
I never took any food, and so sandwiches has been there since down in those days. And it's, as Crystal said, it's quick. It's something quick, easy. You can pack it any moment and just roll with it, and you don't need to refrigerate it. It stays, as Stephen as well said, you can make it complex, you can make it simple. It very customizable based on what you want and what you really like in a sandwich,
Yeah. Indeed. Ronaldo, anything to add to that?
No, not right now. I just want us to get on to defining what a sandwich is so that we could see how far the round spread.
Quincy?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the same sentiments, versatility. And actually, that's what I like about sandwiches. It could be real versatile and real creative with sandwiches, There's a lawyer nice, bread is one of the ultimate canvases. And you use that bread and you could twist it all how a sandwich, like, there are no limits now. You could do all kind of things. And that is what I like about sandwiches.
Yeah, we're seeing that is the case, right? It's very portable, it's very convenient, and that kind of thing. And I think, as Stephen touched on, and Crystal, and Zach as well, I mean, everybody touched on it. I think sandwiches play a huge role in, us getting nutrition growing up, from childhood. And Stephen, you talk about your grandmother baking, and I feel like grandmothers went to a special school that nobody know about now, like it's a secret underground kind of thing where grandmothers go and learn to bake and things.
I'm on board with that conspiracy theory as well.
The Institute of Granny.
Yeah. Had to be trend because you don't ever taste the same. Will you have any stories, any memories, very specific memories with sandwiches involved?
Oh, I do.
Yeah. I have a quick one. You go ahead, Crystal. I'll tell my
Okay, so I'm originally from Cedros, so I'm a South girl, and my great uncle, which is my grandmother's brother, he in his backyard he had an outside dirt oven, and on a Sunday morning he was also a fisherman, so he would go out, he would fish, bring back fresh fish, and as he came back, the first thing he would do is go outside and take myself and my cousins and knead bread to put in that oven after lunch. So on a Sunday evening, we did not have leftovers from lunch. We had fresh bread with fish sandwiches.
Wow.
So that was one of my great memories.
That's something real good. And you know what? That's something I would. It just goes to show people as are different like family traditions and things. I would never put fresh fish and fresh bread on a Sunday evening. But you
Oh
saying
yeah.
that and that's something real nice, Chad. That's
Something like
Yeah.
a nice time,
it sounds like a
Oh
real
yeah.
nice time, Chad. Yeah. That's something real nice.
A layer mashed potato. Oh God.
Wait.
Ali, a mashed potato in the bread.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Wait.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah. I'm not mad with that at all.
Not at all.
Mm.
Stephen, you said that you had a special something.
a small little tidbit story of a time I was introduced to two products at the same time, actually, that are considered local products. I grew up in the States and I moved here when I was just before I turned 13. So I missed out on a lot of stuff growing up, even though a lot of local flavors and local this and that growing up. And I remember once I was by my uncle, my godfather, and he said, you feeling for a sandwich? You hungry? I said, yeah, I'll eat something. He said, you ever had guava jelly? I was like, what? What? No, I don't even know what that is. What is a guava? That's how I didn't even know about a lot of something.
Right.
And he says, and he pulls out a loaf of cinnamon raisin loaf.
Right.
Like the one that was in the red, we used to be in the red bag
Yeah.
and yellow swirl. And so he says, you're about to have the best peanut butter and jelly sandwich of your life.
Yeah.
Lightly toasted cinnamon raisin slices of bread, thin layer of peanut butter, and guava jelly. And it changed my entire perception of peanut butter and jelly from that moment.
Yeah.
Strawberry and raspberry and grape and orange meant nothing anymore.
Right.
Guava jelly all the way.
Yeah.
What about guava cheese?
Guava jelly. Well, yeah, anything guava really now.
Yeah. But yeah. Guava jellies are real flick. Guava jellies are real flick. I would go with that before. I'll go with like the grape jelly and the strawberry and thing.
Converted.
The only thing he's buying in this house is guava jam.
See?
Exactly.
But we don't buy strawberry or anything. Anything we buy is guava jam. That's all you find on my place.
Never guava and jam pine that really nice. So Matuks have a nice guava jam, guava and pineapple.
pine?
Sorry,
Guava
guava.
pine,
Yeah.
yeah.
A mix.
Yeah,
Yes. Okay.
Real nice.
It's actually nice for barbecue sauce. Very nice for barbecue sauce.
Nice.
I agree, Kenson. I agree.
Zach, any special memories?
Not without revealing what my favorite sandwich is.
All right. So do give us it. What about you, Ronaldo?
Yeah, boy. Every day in school, every single given day, Sada had something. Whatever
Nada.
the scrounged up, Sada had something.
Yeah.
The point where I think when I went into secondary school and then had to deal with that anymore, I probably didn't eat Sada for years.
How you feel about Sarah now after that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have it that often, so it's always a welcome treat whenever I have it. But yeah, for primary school, it was too much.
That happened with me and macaroni pie. I eat macaroni pie so much it's like I can't see another macaroni pie.
Damn. I love it.
Quincy, what about you?
Well, my real sandwich stories.
Yeah.
But the one that I go share, probably one of the more dramatic ones, right? I grew up in a Seventh-day Adventist household, right? So didn't have like pork and thing when I was growing up. And up until I was like, let me say 16 or so, 15, 16, I had never tasted pork, right? At all. No kind of pork product.
Right.
And well, I'd sample it like around 16 there around, I started sample things and I tasted pork here and there. But I still had the little fear of the Lord and me kind of scene. I think, I buy this thing and I eating piece of hell. Them kind of scenes now. But hell tasting good, eh?
The devil's meat,
So I started working in advertising, and there was the days when all the advertising agencies used to come together and have like a huge Christmas party. Real big Christmas party. It was ridiculous. And they had it in Winfield Young's place in Roquinook. I forget the name of it.
Oh,
It
nice.
was a guest house, right?
Mm.
And it's just spreads of food. And I there, liking myself thing, and reach a table with hops and ham, right? Never had hops and ham in my life before.
Wow.
Hear people talking about it, thing, and it's everything hops and ham with chow chow and thing. Say, boy, do so and rack up one. Listen to me. I eat maybe about 12 hops and ham, Jed. I like this all just keep it from me. This all just hiding this from me. Listen, if I can make a bed with that hops and ham, I make it and sleep on that light. Trust me. So yeah, sandwich was the vehicle that brought me into iniquity. But yeah.
You know what? I had the total opposite experience, because the first time I eat ham and hops, it was when we had do the shoot in Fanatic.
Oh, right,
And
yeah.
I don't know if you eat like a real expensive ham and we end up making like a cheap ham or whatever. But to me, Jed, it just tastes like sausage rolls.
Oh, so
It's like, Jed, I
it's
could
not
understand.
sausage.
I could
It
not
is not
understand.
sausage.
It just tastes like sausage rolls. I was
You probably ate spam.
Probably.
Listen, it was one of them leg ham or whatever we bake and thing, to create clove down and pineapple and all kind of thing.
Yeah.
Slice into this thing, put it in the hops and bite it. I was like, this tasted like sausage.
Yeah. That was the all right, I know what true that was, but
Yeah.
no disrespect, but nah, the stays ham could
This
be
is
better than
better.
that.
It could be better than that. Yeah. All right.
It
Well,
could be better than
yeah. But that was my experience was. So what we figuring? I mean, I already tiptoeing around before we get into it. We talking nice and whatever and that kind of thing. But I wonder if we should jump into it one time. We had the 20-minute mark. You know what? Let me jump into it one time.
Go in.
Crystal, we starting with you, ladies first. What is your favorite sandwich of all time?
Okay, so now everyone would obviously think that it would be a burger. That is actually my son's favorite sandwich. It's not mine. Whilst I love a burger, it is not mine. My favorite sandwich is a simple grilled cheese.
Wow.
That's yes.
Tobago.
That's it. And it has to be done on a tower.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be buttered on both sides. It has to be toasted on one side, then flipped over, then pack in the cheese, then covered, and then toasted on both sides. If you don't do it that way, it's not a grilled cheese.
Well, Crystal, here it is. You ever saw Alton Brown's version? Because Alton Brown took issue with the fact that people has called a grilled cheese sandwich a grilled cheese sandwich. So see, he says when he making a grilled cheese sandwich, he grilling the cheese, then putting it in the bread, then grilling the bread. He said that is a grilled cheese sandwich.
No, I am from Trinidad. I'm from the Caribbean, so that's my grilled cheese sandwich.
All right. So in your grilled cheese sandwich, right? What kind of cheese we talking about?
So it can be any type of cheese. I like my favorite is our local, what I call our local Trini cheese, the one that you get not even in the grocery, the one that you get in the market.
Rat cheese.
Correct. Yes, the one that you get in the market that that stays out, that you do not need to put in the fridge and is oily. Yes, that is my favorite cheese. Yes.
Now, fun fact, that cheese is actually New Zealand cheddar cheese.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's called rat cheese.
It's rat cheese. Anything else in it? Anything else in a grilled cheese?
No, that's it. Simple
Serious?
butter and cheese. That's it. Nothing else.
Way. If I make it
Nothing
a grilled
else.
cheese, I must put mustard.
Oh
I
no,
must.
no, no! You're killing. No, you're killing the
Mm.
taste.
Mustard and pepper. Must.
Mm-mm.
I mean, a dash of pepper, splash of pepper.
Yeah.
I like
Nah.
I feel like the mustard take over. The mustard take over. You can't taste the cheese again.
Yeah.
It's always
You
like a real
can't.
tangy, no? Like
Tangy.
real, yeah, real tangy. That's what it's
No, no,
called.
no, no, no. Mm-mm. I disagree with that one.
Alright,
You
alright.
messed up the grilled cheese there.
I'm killing it.
You're
I
killing it.
I
You're
kind
killing
of
it.
on Barry both. I don't use the mustard, but like I just grate my cheese to put on the
Right.
grilled cheese, and I will sprinkle. I will season it. So I will sprinkle like sometimes I might mince some shadow benny and sprinkle that inside according to how I feel.
But that's a chow. That's a cheese. That's a cheese chow sandwich.
Well, all right, there we go. A grilled cheese chow. A grilled chow cheese. But yeah, I like a little twist in the flavor. But as long as the cheese could be dominant, I'm good to go. Even something like a little sprinkle cayenne pepper or chili powder, something that's the Italian seasoning according to the day.
Yeah, I like to, give it a little, a little dip.
I find with grilled cheese, I like almost all the best grilled cheese I've had, or the ones that I've really liked, were all cheddars, strong cheddars, nice creamy cheddars. And I've had grilled cheese with other cheeses, but I think that you need that salt. You need that salt level that cheddar usually brings. At least a simple cheddar usually brings. But yeah, cheddar.
Yeah, nice. Zach, you know we getting into it. I see with you because I know you're a wild man.
Not so crazy, but it does have a couple of ingredients. But
I a real simple fellow. Very, very simple. Very similar to Crystal. But my go-to anywhere I go is a fry bake and plantain.
Oh, yum.
Fry bake and plantain. I go to buy breakfast and I see that
Oh,
wherever
yeah.
I can have in a showcase going, I just head straight for that. Fry bake and plantain anywhere I go.
Yeah.
I want maracas or accent or Sam for fry bake and plantain.
Let us have it. Let us have plantain.
No, unfortunately not. But I was very drunk now, so that was my story about it.
Yeah.
That I will tell you, but
I like So I like Sada and plantain. Sada and plantain is my flavor.
Saran plantain, yeah, but you see that fry bake is that extra oil boy is give you the oil and the oil is just work together now, boy. Like a union is just flour, starchiness and sweetness and a plantain, everything is just, and you don't need nothing at all. Just plantain and fry bake and you're good to go.
You don't add a little pepper or something, a little pepper
Nothing. Yeah, they hit on that gesso.
All right.
And the plantain must be ripe.
Yeah, red.
You know when it, before
I
you
like
it's like black. What I like is when it's black on the outside. Oh yes.
all right, so I'm about to shock the panel. I don't like plantain.
Wait.
Yeah, I just don't know what it is. It just to me no matter what it just tastes like an unripe banana.
Thanks for coming.
No.
Steven, thanks for coming. We will see you next.
Now you know when they fry it and they put like the cinnamon and sugar and thing. I can handle that. I can handle that.
It's
So you don't like plantain, like just plain fried plantain, but like plantain and applications, like you say like mofongo or something.
Yeah, that's I think that's
cool
fine.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Plantain's always on the side of your plate, and it's always like there, like 3-4 of them staring at you. And then you just had to kind of mix it with other things. Well, I just had to mix it with other things for it to kind of, especially if somebody dish out for me and automatically put plantain, because everybody's like, oh, who doesn't like plantain? So I had to mix it with other things. I can't just stab it and eat it. I don't think I'll enjoy that. I don't really.
Stephen, have you ever had a plantain burger?
I have not.
You should try that.
Oh, I'll taste that, yeah.
Yeah. So
I'll Is that when you're? Huh?
We can arrange it, but it's actually so the plantain. So the burger patty is actually not the plantain. The actual the bread or what we would use as that is going to be the plantain.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's basically it's so I use it's a very half green plantain, and you fry it, you mash it, well, not mash it, but you use a pastel press it, refry it again. So it's not soft, but it's not too crunchy at the same time. And you stick your burger patty with all your other toppings and stuff on the inside. It's very yummy.
Fair.
That's interesting, way.
Fair. I will taste it. I'm not against tasting anything plantain. It's not my go-to.
I've had that already. What Crystal was talking about by this Colombian place by Grandma's.
Right. Okay.
They fry the I've had that there before. I know what you're talking about.
You put in any kind of seasoning in that plantain, or you're just mashing it and frying it just like
No. You can just sprinkle a little sea salt on it, and that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's something really
It is. It's
We're
really
gonna feedback from somebody.
yeah.
All right. Stephen, you didn't tell us where your sandwich. You went on the plantain slander and you forgot.
Almost get kicked out the live and thing. So again, sandwiches. I think we all have multiple sandwiches that we really love. But I had this particular sandwich is like it has everything that I enjoy about sandwiches, and it's as how we make the sandwich, and it has everything I love about a sandwich, and it also comes from is now my second home, New York. I haven't been there in quite some time because of this lockdown, but during my time there, I spent some time there, 10, 12 years ago, and I spent there a few years living there, and I developed a relationship with what is considered the best sandwich shop in Manhattan, or one of the best sandwich shops in Manhattan. It's called Sunny and Annie's in the East Village on 6th Street and Avenue B, and it was a block from my apartment. So every morning I used to go and get my bacon, egg, and cheese. Now that's actually not your favorite sandwich yet, but I used to go and get my bacon, egg, and cheese. Because, I'm in New York. I now reach there. I want to kind of fit in. I buy my bacon, egg, and cheese and my coffee, and I walk down the road. So one day I went and they didn't have bacon. And I was like, oh, well, all right. Well, so what do you have? He says, well, we have sausage, the sausage patty. I was like, oh, well, great. Make it with sausage. That sounds equally amazing. And then he says, would you like a hash brown? Because a hash brown is 50 cents extra. And I was like, wait, like a side of hash browns? And he's like, yeah. I said, can you put that inside the sandwich? And he was like, inside? And I was like, yeah. And it's this Mexican guy who's still there to this day making sandwiches, the best sandwiches ever. And he puts the sausage, hash browns, egg, and cheese in a deli roll, nice deli roll. And it was heaven, the first bite. And I ordered that sandwich over the course of maybe 4 years that I was there, 5 years that I was there. I probably ordered that sandwich from that place hundreds of times, to the point where I got to know the owners. I got to know the family that runs the place. I follow them on Instagram, send a message or two every once in a while. And I told them, I said, this is my favorite sandwich of all time. I told them that 10 years ago. And I said, well, when you do over the menu board, we'll name it after you. And I was like, no way. So I was like, that's cool. And my Twitter handle at the time was Steve-O Trinidad. So I was like, all right, well, you have to call it the Steve-O Trinidad. So it's sausage, egg, cheese, and hash browns on a deli roll. And it's at this place in Sunny and Annie's. They haven't done over the menu boards yet, but in time, at some point.
Sausage, eggs, and cheese in a deli roll.
And hash browns.
And the hash browns.
But if we go there now and ask for Steve-O Trinidad,
probably not. Probably not. But if you go with me, the Mexican guy will remember me for sure.
Right.
Ronaldo. Don't say Zinger house. Do not say Zinger.
He has shares. Do
not say Zinger.
I would never say Zinger. You know this. I actually representing for Crystal's namesake. I mean, for me, if you're gonna have a sandwich, it'll bring a burger. I think if I had to have a last meal, it'll probably be a real nice steak with some great potatoes, and I think a burger is the sandwich embodiment.
Ooh, look what Crystal doing it. Wait,
Hi, Crystal. Hi,
Crystal, let's have that in the chamber. Crystal, let's have that in the chamber waiting. Wait.
And you know, pass it on Ronaldo before he even said anything.
Yeah, so I think burger is the closest you can get to some really good beef done well in a sandwich form. So for me, I like those, and I've had a good experience exploring burgers, and you know, just that's something that TJ and I kind of do. We go to a place and we just get some burgers, try them out to figure out what is our favorite burger. So for me, if it had to be a sandwich in the traditional sense, I think it will be a burger. No city girl, not a zinger, and no not a piece bread. Preferably a nice brioche bun.
A nice brioche. Yes, a nice toasted brioche bun.
Mama,
Papa.
But I have so many sandwiches I want to talk about.
Yeah.
So many
we coming back. We coming back around. Quincy.
Well, boy, this thing was hard for me. I telling you straight up, it was real hard because I like all kind of thing, right?
Right.
And I can't not talk about that roast pork sandwich up by Quan Captured.
Yeah, see, Jovan now mentioned it there.
Yeah, I cannot talk about that roast pork sandwich. That roast pork sandwich is a serious thing. You think? But for this, when I find out that we was doing this, and I had to go through the thought process, I had to rely on food as I experience as well. So flavor, taste, and all that, but experience, right? So that kind of lead me towards hops. Hops is something that real near and dear to me. I love hops bad out of all the bread here. Yeah, Steve. You get on there.
Stephen represented. Represented.
Yeah. Hops for me is a seed. Yeah.
No, I have no. There's not a real hops. No, I have a hops inside, but this was just.
I have a bag of hops there. I will bring it just
show hops.
Yeah.
I will bring my hops and flex just now. Actually, I'd make the sandwich. I'd make my favorite sandwich, but I make it really. And it didn't last. But it's not something. It's not something that's maintained its integrity too much, because the next thing that going inside of there again, I had to rely on experience and all the emotions and things that tied up in food as well, and is zabuka. So for me, hops and zabuka is a scene, and have a way that my pops was the first person that do it. And I was like, oh, you could do that too? You're allowed to do this with this zabuka? Because usually I was just cutting the zabuka, and we have some buttery zabukas up over there. Cut the zabuka, and you just put it in the bread, and you eat that just so. If there's anything, you sprinkle a little salt on it. But my father does do the most. So he dice up the zabuka, chunky. Dice up some tomatoes, some onion, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of shadow benny, salt, black pepper, paprika, and mix that up rough, right? Almost a guacamole, but he wasn't bringing it down to like, he just mix it up and have it, just blend the ingredients more or less. That in a toasted hops that you just put in the oven and get a little heat with some cheese on it. Yeah. That does remind me a long time. That does remind me of home. That does make me settle down. Like I eat these two here and I good for the night. I good day. I don't want nothing else to ruin them flavors and that experience. So I go into that. I have other sandwiches out there I really like, but I think I love this. Yeah. Rule everything out, I go eat that alone. Cool.
So I realized nobody didn't say nothing like roti, doubles, bacon track. We all went different. And as I'm thinking about it now, I'm thinking like even if I had to consider all them things, roti, doubles, what we say about pizza? Pizza was a sandwich, no?
Open face, yes.
Open face sandwich.
Yep.
Okay, sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So even pizza that I really love and all that, I had to think about like across the board how a sandwich just fit into your scene. You understand? All-purpose sandwich. And I think if I had to really, you know, choose one sandwich as the most satisfying, I will go for before I go for anything else. I gotta keep it simple. Hops, cheese, pepper.
Mm.
Don't talk. That is it.
Mm.
No,
Okay, that's like the cheese.
I will back you up there. Yeah, the simplest, nicest sandwich.
Yeah. Something that you see, something like you're in a hurry and you just need to grab something and you think, oh, you just finished, bake a loaf of bread.
Mm.
You understand? And you just cut into it. You throw a piece of cheese and you throw some pepper on it. I think few things could come as close to that.
The closest to that is a bread and cuchilla sandwich. Oh gosh, yes.
This on bread and cuchilla alone?
Bread, cuchilla, and butter. That's it.
What?
Oh, yes.
I see where you're going with that. I find this a sorceress. I find it I see where you're going with that.
Bread and cuchilla,
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Bread and cuchilla alone?
With a little butter, that's it.
I see in here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Try it. Yeah, you have to try it. You have to try
bread and cuchilla alone,
Yes.
But here what happening, right? I think for me, the image that I get that in my head, it need to be a nice homemade bread, eh? It can't be no jokey bread. A nice fresh homemade bread.
Well, actually, growing up, we had that with Kiss sliced bread. Not that that's my favorite bread ever, right?
Kiss life.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Kiss love the kid.
That is what we actually, that's what we had it with. So it's bread, butter, and cuchilla, or bread and condensed milk.
Yeah, I wasn't on the bread and condensed milk bandwagon when I was younger. I wasn't on that at all. And I also feeling the bread and cuchilla, seeing what it's doing, and I like the butter to introduce the little fattiness in it too. I seeing where they're going, but I'm not eating that on a kiss bread. Give me, I need to have a substantial homemade loaf. You could cut a nice fattish piece so that them flavors and thing could really get a proper canvas to dance on. Because it's about some sharpness, it's about some tartness.
You see, look, Dwayne, bread, cuchilla, and cheese. You see, somebody knows what I'm talking about.
Yes. And cheese, Crystal, and cheese. Not just bread and cuchilla.
But the butter, though.
Is it butter?
The butter is some fattiness. And to be honest with you, the bread and cuchilla for me, I see where they're going. But that is munchies things, eh? That is things on that munchies, you're eating that.
Well, not necessarily. I can't attest to that. Just
I say for me.
Because you understand, that sound like something. So
I some munchies things. Yeah.
You could still get some spike, something sometime. I was like, yeah, kiss love and like, cuchilla, all right, let me see.
Yeah. Zach, I like Zach. Yeah.
You call it out Zach name, you call it. See Zach saying quiet or Zach is like,
the job was dangerous when they took it.
Hey, I ain't gonna start that.
But for me, sandwiches a lot of the time is when I have leftovers and I have bread of varying types, whether it's hot or sliced bread. And so a lot of times the leftovers end up in the bread. I mean, it doesn't even need to be It doesn't even to be standard bread insides because I don't eat anything. But and growing up, it's actually not growing up how it started with the leftovers. My grandmother had off Sunday lunch.
Sorry. I just laughing at how Steven said, I'll eat anything. He just slip it inside. I'm sorry.
and it was regular thing. It was roast chicken, macaroni pie, mashed potato, that all the normal stuff. And I just always made mashed potato sandwiches. It was just something that I grew up eating. And the thing is that everybody thinks it's weird, but there's some people who eat it as well, and I know I'm not alone.
Steven, I used to eat bread and potato salad.
Bread and potato salad, you see?
Potato salad
I mean,
sandwich.
that's going a couple steps further.
No, boss. Hey, you what, right? I'm gonna get a real while here. I used to eat.
And you want to talk about my cuchilla?
Yeah, because I just one note. Actually two
No,
notes.
Kuchila multi-dimensional. Kuchila, you're saying, no?
Kuchilla not multi-dimensional.
Kuchilla.
Cuchilla, and you can put cuchilla in a chow.
And it's a fact.
When he enters chat.
Right. It's like
Bread and butter is a sandwich.
bread and butter is a sandwich. So I used to eat bread, peanut. Why I say peanut? Potato salad, and then for a crunch, I used to put some cornflakes in it.
Wow, I would have went like chips or something, like a ole.
Yeah, but we only had cornflakes now, so just crunch up some cornflakes. Yeah, and that's yeah.
There's a man who was having cornflakes and juice at this point. There, cornflakes and juice.
Cornflakes and juice is life, or cornflakes and juice is life.
No,
I don't answer that as that, and I still find it's weird to this day.
Yeah.
Cornflakes and
something. How is bread and mashed potato different from salad roti and fried?
Exactly.
Good point.
Thank you.
No.
How we different from a potato roti?
Zach, wicked properly well taken. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Good, very good point, Zach.
Good.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Zach. Thank you.
I'm coming there and strong on the download there, man.
Ooh, they want Jovan say. That
Bread
red
and pasta.
Hey, yes.
Yeah. Explain yourself, Jovan.
Ever had bread and leftover macaroni pie? Since he talk about macaroni pie too.
I just had that 2 days ago.
I can do that. Yes. Oh, those pies.
I'm not going to rush to do it.
Slice macaroni pie. Put it inside bread.
Yes.
And put your face and eat it.
And in my face, as in this face, it's part of my face in particular.
The guy, the pie people.
I was mad if I go to one boy.
The macaroni pie.
Yes, so it's the same.
That is why I'm not gonna make no big waves about this, because I properly well enjoy macaroni pie.
Yes.
Oh, I get real vexed the first time I walk up to a pie man and I ask him what he have, and he tell me he have macaroni pie. But the first thing is first, I get vexed because I was like, oh, how you gonna be selling macaroni pie out of a basket that he said right? And then he was like, no, it's like the pie. I was like, what? He like, no, it's like the pie inside up. I was like, nah, man, what are you telling me, boy?
Listen to
me. In Barbados, they serve food out of the back of cars all the time. Stew chicken.
Yeah.
Nah,
I couldn't rock with that pie.
Auntie used to call moms. Moms used to come with beef pie, thing, this, that, thing, whatever. I like moms, then I get macaroni pie for $5. When you eat that for $5, that's not on you until you reach home.
Carbohydrate.
Yeah, and in them days, your boy bouncing ball lunchtime, your boy bouncing ball, and he reach home and bouncing ball going and train in the night. So dread that carried me straight through until 12. Macaroni pie, ridiculous. I'm not gonna eat it now because I mean, life and thing, life matters. But then.
You ever see lasagna sandwich?
On top of macaroni pie? Great.
What's that?
Lasagna sandwich.
Wow.
Oh, nah, man, Steven, boy.
I could do that. I could definitely do that.
I
can do that.
Like who have the taste. They have always somebody.
Yeah, I can do that. It's like eating lasagna.
It while.
Like bread at the side. You just, it's the same. It's the same.
Yeah, you know,
I will eat it.
the end of the lasagna with garlic bread.
Mm-hmm.
Except you're just saving yourself time. It's more efficient.
You do you wipe it up first?
Yeah. I don't understand bread and pasta. Shit. I don't understand the slice of bread again with the pasta. It's like, oh, what they trying to do? What they trying to kill me?
Nah,
It's the same. It's the same as the macaroni pie. It's the same. So I'll give them that one.
And what you feel about the Jamaican patty in the cocoa bread?
I find that wild, but it also
it's very wild. So wild that I won't try it.
I once put a Big Mac inside of a zinger, so I'll definitely eat that.
You do what?
Nice. What?
Big Mac inside of a zinger.
What?
You have to say that one more time. You need to say that one more time.
That sounds like something good to do. That sounds like something.
Yeah,
I have a picture of it. I have
hold on.
my Instagram. I keep putting up pictures, but it's on my Instagram.
When you say you put a Big Mac inside a zinger, you put
Inside of a
the
zinger.
ingredients or the bread as well.
Everything. Just open up the zinger, Big Mac, zinger
Close
bread,
back the zinger. Wow.
and just a monster.
So look at this comment here, Steven.
Wow.
Should I bring up the picture that you sent to me today?
Yeah, bring it up, share it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and look for it.
The feel all there. I gave a story about that, but Stephen is the master of this thing.
Steven.
I bow down to Stephen.
I'll pull up this one for let's see. This is the this is a good old, what do you call it? Pilau and hops.
Cute thing.
Yeah, I have a story about that.
I feel like hearing crickets.
I intimated Pilau and hops. Intimate.
All right, so let me just divert.
Yeah. That's how it does look self.
Oh yes. Oh gosh, it's nice.
Yep. And the hops I talking about, I do this a long time as a youth man, right? So there's proper hops, proper dirt of hops business, chimuk thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so Steven sent me this picture today, and as you
Nice
can
fried
see,
rice.
excellent one. Yes, bread and fried rice.
Leftovers again. You know? It's
Oh,
all about the efficiency, guys. It's all about the efficiency.
That real wild horse. That real. But you know what, Steven? I'm watching it, right? And I'm feeling like some mozzarella cheese or something inside there.
I'm in.
And some chicken and some gravy or salad.
A stew chicken and gravy could be real nice.
A Chinese style chicken.
Not too bad.
Trying to
You
get
do a
that.
Chinese style chicken and you strip it up and you put it inside it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They had a little bit of chicken in there. One bite was chicken. I had a small chicken, tiny chicken. One bite.
And I wouldn't say just be efficient and make a chicken fried rice and put it in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a hoisin sauce.
I am still a little
Crystal, you ready for that?
No.
Crystal, you're not gonna try that on one of the burgers? A fried rice burger.
Fried rice patty. Chicken fried rice patty burger.
No. I'll stay clear from that one.
And this for the episode of ideas that didn't make it to burger.
Did anybody mention tonight? Did anybody mention at all a Jira pork sandwich?
No.
No,
I say roast pork.
Roast pork.
But a Jira pork sandwich is nothing to frown at as well, though.
I'm a big fan. Was introduced in CIC actually. Miss Pear's cafeteria. She had, you know the butter bread, kiss butter bread.
Right.
The big one, and she cut it in 3.
Wow.
So you get the end or you get the middle.
Oh, that's a huge sandwich.
Your pork and pepper, pepper for days were just, it was the best pork sandwich I think I've ever had.
Chasu pork, somebody saying in the comments a chasu pork sandwich, and yeah, that is lash too. Chasu pork is a nice thing in a sandwich.
A burrito is like a sandwich and it has rice.
Indeed.
Oh yes.
All I'm doing is I'm just crossing cultures here.
Real unity.
Real
unity.
Yeah. Hops and chow mein is a real flick.
Big.
Hops and chow mein, this taste Yeah.
Hops, chana, and cheese. Oh
Wow.
my God.
No,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no, 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 no,
Nah,
no,
well,
no,
How
no,
you know? Oh,
no.
yeah.
What you saying, Ronaldo?
Chana and cheese.
Jen, I tried some years ago, right? I allowed myself to try it some years ago because people start talking about this thing and thing and thing. Was last week somebody bring that in the office to us. I take one bite and get vexed, you know.
Well, here happening. Two things going on with it. I had to
Because
ask you where it from.
nice breakfast before now, and I think I want to set my whole day.
Yeah, but Ronaldo, I had to tell you two things. I had a question where it from first, but then the next part is that for me, that in the same realm as doubles. That is not something somebody need to bring for you.
Of
You
course, you
can't
have to
bring
eat
that.
it there. It has to
That
be
hot on
hot.
the spot thing. You ain't taste a hops with chana and cheese yet.
That is yummy.
You gotta eat that one time, or if you're making it home, as that cheese melt right there, you gotta eat that. That cheese need to be gooey. That chana can congeal and all this kind of thing, and you eat that and enjoy that. It need to
It's
be.
from wherever that popular spot somewhere in Cuba is that is do, and the slice of tick so and
yeah. So that's it for me. I cannot buy a hops and chana with cheese. I can't buy it because I know they're gonna put first things first. I can't eat. You see, like you're talking about Crystal cheese that you don't need to put in the fridge.
Right.
I cannot eat warm cheese.
Cheese
What?
oil and thing.
Cheese have to be straight from the fridge, cutting it like it hard. You understand?
Hold on.
Firm.
Wait. That's not. Define warm cheese. Because a grilled cheese sandwich is warm cheese.
No. A grilled cheese sandwich is hot cheese, melted cheese. Melted. You understand?
Room temperature
You
cheese.
see that? You see that when the cheese in stasis, it kind of in limbo now. It's like, it is between hard and melted, and it just kind of in between the market cheese then.
Right.
You understand? So it's not a man I just go buy, either have potato, either have onion, garlic, curry, thing, I just go buy and buy them thing. The man always trying to sell me cheese. Like, you want a piece of cheese? Or? Be like, nah.
And you never buy market cheese? With the oil running down? Are you?
Never.
You're missing half of your life. You won't buy market cheese.
This man, okay, don't need to talk about rat cheese in it. You go in the fridge and all they see is anchor and all kind of fancy New Zealand.
Nah. Don't do me that. Hold on.
Don't do what
That man probably buy a block of rat cheese just for show today, though. But he probably went price smart. I was like, you know what? Hard times, COVID. So you buy a block of
this is the only cheese I have in my fridge right now.
Kai smart.
Massy cheese. Listen.
Any time you buy that in years.
Nah, if my cheese not this consistency, not like this, it cannot be consumed. Cannot.
So you can't eat no kind of cheese. That's for cheddar. That's the rule for cheddar, not the rule for cheese in general.
For cheddar, yeah. I could probably eat like a Parmesan, a Asiago, them kind of thing at room temperature.
Greater room temperature, yeah. Because it is whole form and they don't have all that oil.
But that oil, we see that oily cheese, market cheese.
I love it.
You can't
I love it.
Just today.
Listen, a man proposing to me just need to walk with a block of cheese from the market.
Just pull up the baby, I'm buying all the cheese here.
I love it.
Just today I went by Gaffurs and I'm just amazed at how nice Gaffurs is because they're selling hops. If you come up the road like 3-4 o'clock in the evening, you're getting hops hot out of the oven, right? They're smelling that hops inside there. And you could buy $5 to $25 worth of cheese. You could buy $5 hops and $5 cheese right there in a glass case and deal with your matter. I find that is heaven. That is real heaven there. But you're going to deal with a room temperature cheese with the oil and thing. And
I love it.
Yeah, I can't.
Send me the location. I'm going.
Yeah, right in
I'll be there.
in Sour, right after on El Socorro Main Road, right after True Value.
Right there.
Yeah, right after True Value, the bakery right on the right hand side there. That's Gaffurs, proper hops, hot off the press if it comes certain times, like 3-4 o'clock in the evening, and again cheese right there one time. And it's
As,
the real kind of rat cheese. Yeah. What you talking about?
as Sean say, if I can pelt this cheese behind it to bust your head,
You know what?
you can't eat it. The cheese had to be able to eat
To
the
use
cheese
cheese, like,
or use it
to
as a
send
projectile.
defense.
Yeah. I can't eat cold cheese. I mean hot cheese. So let me throw this question. To start with Crystal, since you was talking about proposing just now. You're going on a romantic rendezvous,
Mm-hmm.
and you had to choose a sandwich to set the mood. What sandwich you choosing?
Well, I've always said my first date should take me to a doubles vendor,
Aye.
right? Take me to a
That is
doubles vendor,
woman.
and I'm good with that, right?
Yes, you're married, right? Married?
No.
What?
That's fine, again.
But I mean, if we're going on a romantic date, I mean, you can't obviously take doubles because I don't like cold doubles. I can't take it and eat it somewhere else. It has to be consumed on spot. So,
Right.
I mean, if you do a nice Hobson cheese, it's fine. Or even, a nice burger, right? I'm good with that. And it could be simple, it could be fancy. I mean, you do. Once a man could feed me, I don't care if it's rice and butter, I am good. Why are you looking at me like that?
No.
Good. Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I can't the burger on the first day too, because a burger should be like a proper burger, and a romantic food can't be messy. It can't be, it has to be a little bit like.
Hold on. I think a first date should never be romantic. Cut out all the flaws, everything up front.
First date should be factual.
Yeah.
Right.
So see it, understand what you're getting, and decide one time, am I going there or not?
Right.
A burger is something, I mean, you bite in, you slurp, everything. So that's first date. Double burger, first date.
Right. So
I'm good with that.
First date is the fact finding mission.
Yes.
Yeah. Zach, you're gonna romance the stone Valentine's Day. I choose a sandwich. What are you choosing?
I go in real simple, cheese paste and tuna.
Aye.
You're cutting off the crust?
Yeah, cut off the crust and thing.
You make the triangles?
Yeah.
Nice. That is love.
Multicolor.
Yeah, grapes and thing, wine and cheese.
Yeah. You're doing whole wheat and white, top and bottom.
Yeah. What do you mean? The only thing I'm missing is the food color.
Yeah.
That will come later on, man. Like next few days, the funeral food color, and when it's at a die down, just spice it back up. Then I say,
Yeah. And that courses in the romance.
Yeah.
They thought that was it. Boom.
You know how it is going on.
Yeah. Stephen, what about you?
Since it's a first date, I can't be too eclectic. I agree. Yeah, I think it was you, Crystal, that said, put it all out there. But I think you can't put it all out there, on your first date. So like to walk in, and hand somebody a fried rice and hops. It might be a little jarring. It's like, look, I made lunch. I hand somebody a fried rice and hops. It's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
Right?
Didn't know you like that yet.
All right. So I would definitely have to agree with Zach and in terms of the simplicity, and I agree with Crystal in terms of diving in. So I like the doubles option. I think going for doubles is, because it's an experience as well. You go into the double stand, to your favorite double stand. Hopefully the fella know you. He give you a little head nod, so you look good one time. You understand?
Right, yeah.
So, if he knows your order in advance, you just kind of do other wave and it comes. Look like a boss. You understand? Big up that doubles.
I like the points you bring in there, Stephen. It's like, this fella has street cred. He has street cred, man. Doubles man know what you're about.
Yeah.
Ronaldo, what you carrying?
Yeah, well, I go step it up a notch, and I will go to a different spot. I will say a pizza is a real good romantic sandwich. Like if you really want to have a romantic rendezvous, I will venture with a pizza. I mean, a nice pizza, sit down in a nice spot. It's cooler. You can have it with some drinks, some wine. It's very versatile. You could mix and match and customize it to preference of both parties. So I will go with a pizza.
I like that. I like your
That
selection.
that
Pizza,
yep.
pizza,
Yep.
yeah, pizza solid.
Yep.
Pizza. Actually, I would go with that too. I would go with pizza.
We're going on a pizza. Did you mention we're going on a pizza?
No, again, the whole reason for going pizza is that is another thing that you could explore with somebody now in terms of you could choose ingredients. It don't want to be, we go and get a pepperoni pizza. You could choose a topping, and I could choose a topping. So
Collaborative effort. I
What
like
are
it.
the two and your two toppings that each other don't like?
well, then
Let's
it
try to
was
work it out.
sweet in
Ah.
And now look, your blueprints getting really, really good.
Ah.
Quincy, what you
Well,
saying?
Yeah, my first inclination was towards the pizza,
Mhm.
but only fully in the blank shite, I go do breakfast. If I had to be romantic, I go do breakfast.
Mm.
And I will go with a bagel, a toasted bagel, with my eggs scrambled Gordon Ramsay style. Finish it
And
a
you're
little.
gonna say some kind of shit like smoked salmon or something. Eh?
Smoked salmon, yeah.
I knew you
Here's
was
my
gonna
real
say
brethren.
something
Here's
so
my real
I knew you was
brethren.
gonna say something so good.
Smoked salmon and a little caramelized onions and mushrooms to top
Truffles,
that off.
truffle oil.
I might caramelize the onions and thing and drop a little truffle oil in it for that flavor. Yeah, because repeat business now. I'm telling you.
The cream cheese started dropping it.
Well, the cream cheese go be in the eggs. I was actually finished my eggs with cream cheese, and then sprinkle a little salt, fresh black pepper, and wherever I feel like maybe a little chive or something green, celery, something like that. Finish
Yeah.
off with that. I the Gordon Ramsay way.
Green
Yeah.
eggs and ham.
But yeah, if I had to do a sandwich,
Yeah.
breakfast
Yeah.
bagel.
Yeah.
Breakfast
That's
bagel.
nice. That's nice. I wouldn't do this for a first date, but if I looking to score some points, I figure I'll do like a bruschetta kind of scene. Yeah. But with some like roasted tomato with roasted garlic.
Open face, open
Yeah,
face. Yeah,
open
open face,
face.
real sexy, you know.
Yeah.
It's sexy, it's
Some
sexy.
fresh basil, Yeah. Pepper flakes. Or if I want a real show off, I bring out some dehydrated pimento. You know what I mean? Yeah.
We already talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I had a real show off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So what we saying overall? Overall, what we saying is the go-to. You think we could come to a consensus, or it definitely come down to individual taste?
What
I
I
think
what I've noticed tonight though is everybody chose sandwiches that are more bread based,
Mm-hmm.
right? That is one. The second thing, it's the simplicity.
Yeah.
Mostly everybody just went
Quite
down to,
simple. Yeah.
yeah, that was like their first choice, the simplicity of the sandwiches. Whilst we love, all the flowers and everything that goes, and the excitement that goes within a sandwich, I think each one of us, agree that it is the simpler sandwiches are the number one, are the best.
Yeah. I think just from what everybody said, yeah, I get that feeling as well. Mm-hmm.
it's more like comfort food kind of thing, and
Yeah.
things are rooted in familiarity. Was that?
It's only back to the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have a lot of childhood memories attached to sandwiches, and I think that is why I mean, I think definitely why we wanted to do sandwich month as a thing, as a whole month, is just because of how sandwiches fit into
So
Like,
many different sectors.
life. Yeah, yeah, and our whole food culture and everything. I mean, not just here, but I think all around the world, everybody has some type of sandwich that is kind of represent them culturally. You
Yeah,
know, yeah. Bread is such a a staple in so many cultures, and is
a feeling.
that sustenance now, that not expensive. Bread base, flour base.
So in saying that way, I know Stephen, you want to
I
come
just
with
realized
something,
I
but
forgot
I
a
want to,
sandwich.
Mm.
Sorry.
I want to ask a question, which is, if we had to pick one sandwich that will represent
Yeah.
us and our food culture and our country,
Sure.
what that would be?
I was just gonna
Doubles.
ask that.
It had to be doubles.
Double.
yeah, doubles. I feel doubles
Jack and
is
Drake, I mean, it's maybe a little more complex, but I guess doubles, yes, because it's, I mean, way more.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, I think bacon
Drake
shack.
has-
Yeah,
I would go with Bacon Shack.
yeah, bacon shack.
Now,
I'll go with bacon shack.
I would say doubles. I would choose Bacon Shack second. However, recently I've noticed, I mean, if you go to Tobago, I mean, and it's Trinidad and Tobago is a totally different culture.
It
I mean,
is.
how many, if you see one double stand in Tobago, you see plenty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So, I mean, so it's kind of difficult to say as, as a country
hmm
what is really the number one. I mean, you can
Yeah.
say doubles or bacon shop for Trinidad, but I mean, for Trinidad and Tobago, I mean, I don't know.
Singer.
Tobago has
Singer.
had a follow suit.
Hey, wow. Wow.
You
Why,
can get
why,
Tobago too.
why I would have said Bacon Shack is more so stemming from the fact that we are island, and I think fish is something that more or less
Associated
kind of
with
associated with
island,
island life and
like
that kind of thing.
fresh kind of
Yeah,
farm to table.
farm to table kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think if you had to go up and stand up in the world and say,
Mm.
"Hi, this is us," kind of thing. Ireland should be one of the USPs that we trading on, so I feel it should be something that kind of fish
Bacon
based
Shack.
kind of scene.
Yeah,
And considering how people is reacted, um, apart from the fact that it's not something that is there all over the place, people really deal up with the shark and that kind of scene. I feel that will give us some sort of unique
yeah,
position in our scene. So yeah, I
yeah.
would go with Bacon Shark
Yeah.
over the doubles.
Yeah, and I agree with you because even if you want to go the doubles route, it also have the other dishes like the halwa puri and thing that
Yeah,
very
that's
similar
very
to
similar to
doubles.
doubles. Yep.
Yeah, but bacon shack is something
Us.
unique. Yeah, unique to
Mhm.
us. So yeah, I think bacon shack would
Yeah.
be would be the
Because in that
choice.
realm, you started to jump up with things like fish tacos and other things that people do.
Mm.
And a fish taco to a bacon shack is vastly different.
Yeah,
yeah,
Different.
With
definitely,
the part. Yeah.
definitely. Stephen, you had something to add.
Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling bad. I didn't mention, or we didn't mention tonight at all, the gyro.
Well,
Mhm.
listen, gyro is part of the culture now, as much a part of the culture as KFC.
Yeah,
Son,
they're everywhere. It's
yeah.
crazy.
Well,
Gyro is
Krista,
part. You can't listen. Crystal, you cannot deny.
Hold on.
Wait,
Let me hear you.
Now,
Let me hear you. Let me hear you. Let me
With
hear
my people, what's going on?
if
Yeah.
if I'm probably having,
you.
let's say maybe a chicken gyro or shrimp gyro, I'm good with that. But you
Mhm.
see this suspect meat
Nah,
that
you
you
know,
I ain't too sure about that. I still feel that is very suspect. And it's everything that you throw in and make this log that you call lamb or meat that you shave and you put in a gyro. So I am sorry. Nope.
Mm.
Specify and say chicken or shrimp gyro, not the lamb.
no place for lamb.
I
But
feel like
no, that's not lamb. It's suspect meat.
No, it's similar. It's lamb and ground up with spices because you need to spice lamb. Yeah, you can't just leave lamb.
It is
yeah.
suspect. It's
It,
still
I
suspect.
you
I
like
I
um
don't care.
It
It's
is still the spices are lamb though.
Suspect. Spam is suspect. That lamb meat is suspect too.
Nice.
Wait. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is make that long by taking slices of meat and placing it on
The
the
chicken one. The chicken
right?
one.
Not the
chicken.
lamb. The lamb is not the slices of meat.
No, the lamb one is
Oh,
different.
minced up.
It's a whole
Mince.
brown thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I
It's a
saw
mix up of everything in life.
okay. I saw a recipe online once a while ago when I was interested in it too, and wondering where is this meat, and I never see no part of a lamb look that way. I was like, how are you making this, right? And I saw a recipe where they layer it. The only space I had
That's
for
not
things
the
that
one
was
that we have here in
questionable.
Trinidad.
I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Because
but you know the lamb. You know that log is actually imported, by the way. So it's like a product. It's a food service product. It's not made here.
Mm.
Right.
The lamb log.
It is suspect.
Oh yeah, probably.
I mean, I live in,
Yeah, I see them plenty.
and I deal with it.
I love corned beef sandwich. That's nice too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corned beef is pretty suspect, but I love it.
I can't
Yeah.
be anything. Yeah, I love hate for me.
Yeah.
That is life.
Yeah.
You know that key? Remember that key? And you didn't open the key. That was like such like I used to get so excited. for corned
That
beef.
key don't work though.
I've definitely messed it up many times.
That way, I just send my breakfast a breakfast sandwich for you. There. See it?
Oh, no, seeing it.
Share it. Open
Share it.
face. Open face. That was a sourdough with scrambled eggs and this thing that all Italian the sell dread. All Italian the sell mushroom truffle mixed paste kind of thing that I actually stopped buying because I had to put it on everything. I stopped buying it. It's like I will put that on my hand and eat it one day. Scared. Now you pull it up there.
Yeah.
Peter has a question in the comments.
What's that?
What Crystal go say about burger meat then?
No shucks.
I can talk about my burger meat. I can't talk about anybody else.
How about everybody else burger meat?
I can speak. I can definitely talk for mine. Fresh cow.
I'm looking for the thing you sent me, Quincy.
It's in the group.
Okay.
People asking about best sandwich in Trinidad.
The best sandwich in Trinidad.
Best sandwiches in Trinidad. I mean, we know these shark and bake doubles.
Hold on. What is a shark and bake, sir? Do you mean bake and shark?
Listen.
Oh.
I've seen this debate.
I
I have heard this debate. There's a lady who is making said sandwich on maracas for the last
Nah, she failed.
4 decades, and
She failed.
it was shark and bake.
Yeah, she failed. That is
Even don't worry, I agree with you.
That is Barry support.
That's what?
That is Chef Barry support that shark and bake woman.
There's Patsy, Natalie, somebody.
Nah, not Natalie. I forget she name. Oh, this is my one of my breakfast sandwiches there.
Vilma is my go-to.
Yeah, that is Vilma who on the beach.
She's on the beach. Yeah, she's in one
Right,
of the.
who is
Yeah.
they making it deck right. Uncle Sam, who is the first person to sell bacon shark there. His mother is the first person. They had the coal pot and thing there. The first bacon shark frying. Say it is actually float and shark, and it's called it bacon shark.
Shark
Right,
and float.
thing.
No, not shark and float, sir.
Float and shark.
Please, put some respect on that name.
I have it recorded.
Okay, so is it
Ups
shark
and ham, bread and cheese.
shark and bake. Cheese and bread.
Nah,
What
bread
about
Bread and cheese. Okay, it's bread and cheese.
and cheese.
what
Bacon.
about the pie people on Traggart Road that does the long looking pies that taste yummy?
Peanuts?
The blue
Like
shop.
blue shop?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tina's.
Yes. I
Pie.
like their pie.
Fish pie.
I will only buy the potato pie there because
For the
if
fish
you're
pie.
talking mystery meat, that beef pie. No,
I would
sir.
say it. If you're talking mystery operation, that is the kind of thing that is you still have blind eye towards. You still
Yeah.
have blind eye. You still never get too fish pie there. Take it back and walk outside and eat it. Yeah,
Again,
you
move
do,
up, yes. So,
you do front.
now you have to explain to me what shark and bake is apparently.
All right,
Shark
hold on.
and bake is
That's all.
like
I'll loading it. I'll loading it
a
up. Hold
bake,
on.
a
Hold
bake.
on. I'll
Shark
loading
and
it.
bake. Yes, get shark and bake.
I'll loading it up here. I'll loading it up. Give it.
It's like how peanut butter and bread go be one slice of bread with peanut butter.
But on both sides.
All right. Hold on. Hold 1 second there. Shark and bake. That is 2 pieces of shark with some bake in between it. Bake and shark. That is a bake, you cut it open, and you put some shark inside it. Flame on.
Great video. That is an absolutely brilliant video. That is brilliant, for sure. I mean, I want to say I concede. I don't. I want to say I concede that video. Brilliant. Is he dryness? You know, is he dryness?
Are you true? Once we just say like that, we don't say nothing else like that. The only thing we will say like that is shark and bake. That's the only thing.
I like a shark and bake. Like I said, I go by Vilma and I get a aloe pie with chana.
Right?
I'll buy with China.
Mm-hmm.
A chalu. It's called a chalu.
I don't like. Yeah, I don't like.
I didn't know that, but now I do.
Chat.
I am on Maraca siders do alupai and shark.
That nice too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
At least
aloe
it's
pie.
Alupai and shrimp, Uncle Sam.
Alupai and shrimp, yeah.
Yeah, boy. Alupai and shrimp is it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes.
But I like alupai and shark. Quantity.
Mm-hmm.
Efficiency.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We didn't do too bad tonight, though.
Yeah, we didn't do too bad at all. It wasn't. We had some slight grabs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus time wise, we do into.
Yeah, we didn't do bad at all. 8:30. So, Crystal, Zach, and Stephen, thank you all for joining us in this end of the sandwich month. We wanted to celebrate sandwiches, and I think we did. It was, a good spirited conversation. As usual, we have the after party. We shall be going for 1 hour. 1 hour, maybe up to 10 o'clock max. 10 o'clock is the cutoff time. So we're going to end this stream and I'm going to start a new stream in the after parties. Anything goes, and all are welcome to join the conversation. So thanks again, guys, for joining us. And viewers, thanks for logging on. Thanks for commenting and sharing your feedback with us as well. And of course, look out for our next episode next Thursday at 7 p.m. We will be back. And we're not too sure what we're doing next week.
No. We
We will announce. Yeah,
plan something big.
yeah. Planning something big next week. We're not announcing it yet. Hopefully we get to do it. But look out for that. Next week will be nice. Next week will be nice. All right. So see you all in a bit. Coming back.
Boom.
All right. Thanks everybody.
Yeah.
Good night.